Hi, my name is Zhang Xu. Today I'm here to present my research proposal. Its title is What Influences Mainland Chinese Students' Course Engagement in Hong Kong Colleges. It's a case study of med-taught postgraduates at HKU, and my supervisor is Dr. Carlos Soto. And this is the outlines. The first part is about introduction. In this part, I will introduce research background, research purpose, and research questions. And the second part is literature review, and the last part is methodology. In the background part, I want to elaborate 3 points to show why I choose to research this problem. The first point is about students' course engagement. As we know, in learning process, students should take initiative and should be totally engaged in the courses rather than just receive information in a passive way. However, the current studies at home abroad show much concerns about this issue, and they found that the students' course engagement is often ignored by both teachers and students, especially in colleges. So we can see that this kind of issue has been a great concern for the effective teaching and learning activities. And the second point is about mainland Chinese students in Hong Kong. In recent years, due to many reasons, for example, the higher international reputation of Hong Kong universities, as well as some relevant educational policies, Hong Kong has attracted many mainland Chinese students to study here. But studies found that just like many cross-border students in other places, those mainland Chinese students studying in Hong Kong also suffered many adaptations. And obviously, this kind of problem will affect their course engagement, their daily study, daily life. However, currently there have been less researches about concentrate this issue. For example, the studies about course engagement mainly focused on the primary and secondary school. Few studies care about the college students, and the studies about cross-border learners also conducted in a macro perspective. For example, the reasons of mobility, the culture in adaptation, and also less attention was paid to this cross-border learners study, especially for their course engagement. So, this case study is designed to provide a deep understanding about students' course engagement experience and also try to explore the influential factors concerning their course engagement. And with the hope that this study can assist the mainland Chinese students in Hong Kong as well as the professors to optimize their teaching and learning strategies, and with the hope that it can serve as a supplementary material about students' course engagement in higher education fields, as well as the cross-border contests, especially in Hong Kong. So, the general questions is what affects mainland Chinese students' course engagement in Hong Kong colleges, and the questions is what are the mainland Chinese students' course engagement experience in Hong Kong colleges, and what are the influential factors that mainland Chinese students' course engagement in Hong Kong colleges. And this is the literature review part. The first part is about students' course engagement. After reading the literature, we found that although the definition about students' course engagement vary from different researchers, they all have some common characteristics about the highly engaged students. For example, some things that the highly course engagement can be estimated by the physical and psychological energy that is devoted to the study. And also, some scholars think that the motivation and active learning are very important elements for highly course engagement. And they think that the highly engaged students always show much initiative in learning and also always try to make sense of what has been taught in the classes. Besides, other scholars also found that these highly engaged students should be involved in a meaningful way with the subject matter. However, in this research, we adopt a definition of Austin and refers and defines the definition of course engagement as the amount of physical and psychological energy that a student devotes to the academic experience. And the second part is about factors that influence students' course engagement. According to literature, they can be divided into the following parts. The first part is about student factors. As we all know, the students is a subject of learning, so their personal traits are very important to their course engagement. For example, their previous learning experience, their attitudes towards subjects, their communication apprehension, as well as interpersonal relationship with their classmates and in the courses. And the second point is about teachers' factors. There are many evidence show that teachers' teaching techniques, for example, the way they choose topic, how they organize activities, as well as the emotional behavior in teaching process, such as how to respond to the students' questions, also can all these factors can contribute to the level of students' course engagement. And the third factor is the external factor, is a classroom factor. For example, the type of courses, the timing, the course policies, which means whether the course engagement is relevant to their final grades. And also class size, seating arrangement. Apart from the above factors, also some scholars focus on their focus on the gender, race, classes, culture, and language. The third part is about cross-border students' mobility between mainland China and Hong Kong. Just as we mentioned above, the cross-border students between mainland China and Hong Kong was reported to have a great rise on skills due to a lot of reasons. For example, softness between the two borders, and educational policies in Hong Kong. And also, we found that this kind of studies of these special groups mainly focused on the macro perspective, but few researchers concerning about their study, their course engagement in micro perspective. And what's more, and it's also reported that these groups also suffered many adaptation problems, like many cross-border students in other places. The last part is about methodology. Just as we can say, in this part, in this study, we choose a qualitative case study. As we know, qualitative case study have many advantages. Because, for example, it is rich, deep test-based data, and it describes the real-life context, and it also helps to develop inner world of human beings and provide a deep understanding about a particular issue. So, based on the research purpose of this study, we think that this qualitative case study is a good choice. Because it can allow me to go into the participants to provide an understanding about the students' course engagement experience, and also help to explore the influential factors about their course engagement in a deep way in their inside heart. And this part about settings. In this part, I want to highlight the characteristics about MED program. It is mainly organized by coursework, and is often have classes on weekdays nights from 6 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. and it will last about 2.5 hours or 3 hours per session. And the third part is about participants. In this study, we choose a purposive sampling method and choose 8 participants, 4 female and 4 male, and all of them are 1 year full-time and taught postgraduates from different specialisms of maths program in HKU, and some of them have working experience and some of them go directly into HKU after they finish their bachelor degree. The last part is about data collection. Just as we mentioned above, in this study we adopt the semi-structure and in-depth individual interviews to explore the influential factors about this Chinese students' course engagement. And about data collection, we decide to gather data at the middle of semester 2, when the students have a deep understanding, have more knowledge about the classes, the teachers, the students, as well as the peers here. At the very beginning of the interview, the consent forms will be distributed to the participants to make sure that they know more about the research purpose. During the study process, all the participants' private information will be held confidentially by allocating corresponding numbers to their names. And during the interview, the answers of the participants will be recorded by typing and notes at the same time, under their permission. And moreover, the interviews are supposed to be conducted in Chinese, and that is the mother tongue of participants, to minimize information division due to the language proficiency. And at last, all the materials will be transcribed into English and then coded into certain themes categories, and to do the careful analysis at the end of the interview. And the last part is about semi-structures interview questions. And apart from some basic information about participants, questions in the semi-structured interviews are mainly divided into 4 parts: students factors, professor factors, classroom factors, as well as other factors. And for example, the first question, can you give me a brief introduction about your education background or working experience? This question is designed to define the relationship between students' previous learning experience and their course engagements, and something like that. Okay, that's all for my proposal. Thank you very much.